Hello everyone, welcome to this new video on our channel. In this video I'm gonna go through the different parameters of Trade Manager Expert. For those who didn't buy it yet, visit us at trademanager.expert. There's a lot of options that you can choose from. To start with, basically I already installed my application and I have it on my MetaTrader 5. If you didn't follow the get started video, you'll have a link appearing on top of the screen. Go ahead, this will help you to set up correctly your Trade Manager Expert and to have it ready to start. So let us start first with the inputs by double clicking or just dragging it to the charts. Basically you have the inputs tab that open. In the license tab, basically you're gonna put your email. So I'm gonna put mine. The license key basically is the key that is sent to you by email when you purchase that key manager. So I'm just gonna copy it. And in order to prevent copying it and entering the email each time you're logging on the same PC, same MetaTrader, better to put save your credential to true. This will save you time the next time. So if I put OK, basically I have the validation that is done that I have my license and it is active, and I have my trade manager that is running. Now if I close reading my trade manager and I try again, as I saved my password, the trade manager without putting any email, any license will be working correctly. Now I have trade manager open. Let me go to the other settings. So double click. I have the trade comment. It's good to have a different trade comment based, for example, on different strategy that you are executing. This will help you have this trade comment in your trades and basically do some stats on it. You have a magic number, which is a number that will relate your trade manager to any trade it is taking. Risk settings, basically the risk settings, it is very helpful for you to have default settings, because all what we're putting here as risk, you can still manipulate those later on inside the panel, but it will help you at least to have your default settings set. So for example, if your trade plan is to risk 2% of your balance, well, you can use the default values. However, you can change this. You can have a risk by amount. Well, I like to risk, for example, a $100 on each trade, or for example you're trading really a fixed volume, so I like to fix, or by default to take a 0.01 lot. And in case you have chosen to take the percentage, so a 2% off, you can choose to take it from your balance, your equity, or your free margin. And the last parameter about the risk settings, it's the default risk to reward, which we can see here on that panel. Basically, it's always the default one, but you can change it later on inside the panel. So you can put what type of risk to reward you want. This is basically your trade plan configuration, or the most configuration that you can use when you are doing your trades. Let's jump to the trade settings. Trade settings, basically by default, when you're gonna enable or you click on a new trade, you will have by default the stop loss set in a place. So even you're gonna set it, for example, the high low of the last X candle, and in my case the high low of the last 20 candle. Or if you have a trading plan where your stop loss by default, let's say it's a 100 points, so 10 pips on your USD. You can default it also the break-even trigger level whenever you have a trade that is running, and you can see it on the panel, the break-even level. If you add a break-even level, by default you're gonna take the current price plus the trigger instead for you of writing it manually, but this also will configure. All what you are seeing here in the inputs are really the defaulted value, but all of those are configurable later on. Same for the buffer. If you're putting break even, you need to take a small buffer just to cover your commission or to cover your spread. You can change the percentage of close action. By default, it's 50%. So it depends on your trading time again. And finally, you can use the trade focus mode. This is very helpful. You're gonna see it when I'm gonna run the tool with some examples. If you have multi trades on the same pair, for example, I'm launching 3, 4, 5 trades on the same pair, and I need to focus on each trade by itself. By activating this focus mode, you can see trade by trade. You can really set the partials for that trade and so on. It's a very, very useful feature that I really encourage you to use it. And finally, you have the show pip counter. It's a pip counter of all the trades that you are opening. You're gonna see a small counter just on the top right corner where you have the total number of pips of the current open trade, so losing or winning. And trade by trade, you will have also that case. So let's keep it to true. Let's keep the focus mode also to true. Let's go to the other settings quickly, and we'll start doing some small demos. So you have simply the line colors. It depends on your graphics. So I use a white screen. Maybe you're gonna use a black one or wherever. So you can define really the colors as per your preferences. And the last three settings that I'm gonna talk about in this video are the show alert message on market execution. In case you are taking a market trade and there's let's say a slippage that happened or wherever, and your volume is different from what you were planning to take, you'll have a small alert showing you that. And the last two parameters is really when you are trading custom symbol like Renko. Sometimes on your charts you will have, for example, a symbol, let's say, called EURUSD_Renko. However, all that trade are took on EURUSD, so you don't want the Renko to be sent to your server because he will not, or the server will not recognize the EURUSD_Renko. So what we can do is it's a suffix, so we can put it _Renko, and the EA will automatically know that we're trading EURUSD but on a Renko chart. As for the style management, I will talk about this in a second video. It's a second tool or secondary features of this tool that we're gonna talk about later video just to give it the right time. I'm gonna put it to false right now here, and let's jump to the trading plan. Our video comes to an end. Stay tuned for episode 2, where we're gonna talk about plan your trade. Meanwhile, don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and hit the bell button so you receive any new notifications from our site. Thank you.